Okay, so hi everyone, my name's Robin and I'm the face behind Red Panda Publishing. I'm also half of Sailing Mutiny. Really excited today, I've got something to show you. I've recently designed a sailing travel journal and my copies have just arrived today in the post and I cannot wait to get into the parcel. So, 10 books, let's have a look inside. Okay, so I've ordered them from Amazon. Nice bit of packaging. And there we go. First look. Let's get them out and see. I'm chuffed with these. Right, check these out. So, I've got 10 different designs of travel journal. So here are the travel journals. All 10 of them. I've made 10 different designs. I've got 3 of them with a matte cover and cream inserts. These are the vintagey looking ones, which I'll show you in a second. And then the rest of them, the other 7, have a glossy cover and white pages inside. Just because I felt it went nice, basically. So these are my 3 matte covers. Sulky Sailor Boy, which I think looks gorgeous, and that has like a dark blue back. It's got a bit of a sheen to it, as you can see. And then inside are the cream pages. And I'll show you the inside properly in a second. These are I think it's a very old vintage map of Greenland and Canada. And then if you look closely, we've got polar bear. Looks like whaling going on there. And then like a vintage compass, and then on the other one it's zenith meridian, which is good for navigating at sea. And then on the back of this one is the other half of it. So we've got more pictures, we've got some Eskimos or Inuits, bit of a compass, and yeah, really pretty vintage map, and same on the back of the other one as well. And when you open them out, you get, I'm not going to open it out fully, but it's like a full picture, so it's like a wraparound image. And same with this one, when you open it out, you've got the wraparound image again. So we don't have any writing on the spines of these 2. It's down here, Sailing Travel Journal by Red Panda Publishing. So they're my matte covers, and then I've also got glossy ones. So it's my first glossy one. You can see it's got a real nice shine to it. It feels really nice to the touch. This one's got a white back on it. And again, this one has white pages inside, so I'll compare them in a second next to each other. We've got the Canadian mountains, trees and lake. Again, beautiful sheen, and this one is another wraparound image. So when you hold it out, as you can see, image both sides, and this one has white paper inside as well. Okay, next one is the ropes. Now all different kind of ropes, again a glossy cover. There we go, as you can see, and all kinds of ropes, or not ropes on a boat, they're sheets or halyards, dock lines, running rigging. And again, it's a wraparound image with the Sailing Travel Journal on the front and white pages inside. So all of these glossy ones have white pages inside. And this is a really nice one. It's like a wooden boat with blue peeling paint off the sides. So I thought about doing this one as a vintage one, but I thought it'd look really nice, shiny, and again, white pages. This one is canals. It's shiny again, glossy cover, like barges, beautiful picture, beautiful blue sky, and it made me think of Amsterdam, which we've been to on our travels so far. Again, let's have a look at the fold out image. There we go. White pages again. We've got a sailing yacht out at sea. Glossy again. Sailing travel journal at the bottom, and then the back of that one. So I love these wraparound images. I think they look beautiful when you open the book out. White pages again. And last one is like a cartoony nautical design. See, on both sides. White on the inside. And again, a wraparound image. Okay, so let's compare these together. Okay, so we've got cream and white side by side. So the difference in the cover, let's try and get some light on it. So you can see the gloss on this one. This one just has a nice sheen to it. It feels really nice to the touch. It might just be my light, but there is a difference. Slightly off-white, the one on the right, which is the cream. So it's not overly cream, it's just a nice gentle cream colour, just a bit of an off-white to add to the vintage look. Trusty ruler, and it should be about 6 inches. So from one side to the other, there's 6 inches in width. The height, let's get it measured up. There we go, go down to the bottom, we've got 9 inches. There we go, it's about ½ an inch in depth as well. Inside the front cover of all of these, they've all got exactly the same interiors. We've got the sailing travel journal page, and this is just for you to put your details in. So name, contact number in case this book gets lost, your boat name, SSR number, home port, length, width, draft height, and insurance company and policy number if you have them. Most people normally do. And then there's a nice little compass at the top. After that, we've got the copyright page and the first page of the sailing travel journal. Now what I've done here is I've included an index because I think it'd be really nice once you get using the book to have something to reference to really quickly. So in the index, you've got the country that you've been to, the marina name or port name, star rating, I'll explain this in a second, and the page numbers that they're on. Now if you can see down the bottom of these pages are in Roman numerals because they're before it started. I've included 2 double sheets here of index pages, which 25 spaces on each, which gives you 100 slots in total. And then we're on to the port information records. Now this I spent a lot of time deciding about. Here's an overall picture. Okay, and here's where the star rating comes in. So at the top of every single double page you've got your port name, country, flag, I thought if you wanted to write it on there, and even draw a little picture on just so you can reference it really quickly, and the latitude, longitude of the port that you've been to. Leave the stars for a minute, I'm going to come back to them. The next box is more of the logbook style, so you can say where your previous port was, how far you've travelled, the dates, time it's taken you in hours, days or weeks, Beaufort scale, you might have a range on here, wind direction, wind speed, what the sea state was like, what the weather was like, how many hours you've motored, what your fuel level is on arrival, what crew you had with you, and sightings made, and that's where you put your dolphins and your whales and things like that. We've been lucky enough to see dolphins, so I'm going to be adding them into mine. Next we've got the port information. So this can be filled in before you go to your port or after you get there, it's completely up to you. So I'm probably going to fill these in before we go to each port because I think it's nice to do it as part of your planning. So you know exactly what the VHF channel is when you get there. You might have 2 or more to go there. You might have 1 to get inside the main port and then 1 for the marina. And that's what we found on a few of our voyages. What the maximum draft is to make sure that your boat will fit into that marina. How much it is, whether you stay a night, a week or a month. Is there a contact number in case you can't hail them on the VHF channel, which has happened to us a few times. Tidal availability. Now some marinas, as you'll know, you can get into any time. Others you might have to wait until a certain time before or after high tide before you can get in. Weather availability, again, you might not be able to access these ports in all weather, so just make a note if you can or not. Is it an all-weather port or is it one that you'll have to avoid if the weather gets a bit nasty? drying marina. Speaks for itself. Is it one where the tide goes out completely and your boat is left high and dry, or does it have watering constantly? A few of the marinas we've stayed in have had a locking mechanism, so when the tide goes out we stay afloat in the marina. And is there a discount available? Now that could be through the Cruising Association, the RYA, anything that you're a member of that might get you a discount. We've had a few from the Cruising Association, which has been nice. Okay, now we're getting to the fun stuff. Facilities. What is available at your marina? Does it have electric? How many amps is it? Does it have water? Is it free, paid, or no water at all? Showers or toilets? You got some little smiley faces there, whether they're good, okay, or nasty. Had some mixed experiences with showers and toilets on our trip so far, so I'll let you fill them in as you wish. And again, the rest of them kind of speak for themselves. It's mostly a yes or no answer. Petrol or diesel? I think it's nice to keep track of how much it is per litre. We've had, crikey, €1, I don't know, 20, 30, 40, and where we are at the moment it's like 50p a litre. So can't go wrong with that really. And then you've got the choice of litres or gallons, and pounds, dollars or euros, so just cross out as you wish. Another one for us, is it pet friendly? Very important. You've got space here as well to fill in if I've missed anything. Recreational, what's the fun stuff that's around where you are? Now it's good to have a few things. Other people might need some of these, others might not need anything. We love going to places where there's walks and places for us to look around. And again, there's a blank space here. So this first page is mostly information that you can either fill in before you get there or when you get there. It's completely up to you. And as you can see, there's a page number at the bottom, which is to put in on your index. So you'll put the port name in the country, the star rating, which I'll go back to, and the page number, so you can look it up quickly. Now the right hand side of the page is more of a diary or travel journal. So you've got your log on the left and the diary and travel journal on the right. So very important to me. Anyone who knows me knows that I am obsessed with food, and on this trip I plan to eat my way around Europe. So that was very important to me. So for example, in Amsterdam you've got your stroopwafels, your kibbeling and all sorts of things like that. In France it's been crepes, crikey I can't even think, and then speciality wines and things like that. Whatever is local to you where you are, stick it in here, whether you try it or not. Visit highlights. Everyone has a favourite part about a place. My favourite bit when we went to Camaret-sur-Mer, for example, in France, was the walks that we could go on, and there was a beach where you could build little towers out of rocks. Mine was 17 rocks high before Dave knocked it down. But anyway, that's another story on Sailing Mutiny. So yeah, anything that you absolutely loved, maybe you had a really good meal at a restaurant, found a really good walk, or you met some people and had an absolutely fantastic evening with them, whatever is your highlight goes in here. Contacts made. Now one of the big things is wherever we go, we are meeting people, which is absolutely fantastic and we love it. And I've included this as part of the diary type of thing because you can't always remember where you've met someone, and I thought it would be nice to put their name, contact number, email, Facebook name, address, whatever you need to keep in touch with them, but you can remember where you met them from. So when you get round to contacting them, if it's not straight away, it's like a memory jog type of thing. Notes, we've got anything else that you can't fit in any of the other boxes. You might want to say a little bit more about the journey, you might want to say particularly good museum, or must remember to do this next time. And then at the bottom, maintenance needed on your boat. This is a necessity for all boats, unfortunately. You might think of something along the journey that you need to do, jot it down in here. You might get something done when you're there, stick it down here so you don't forget for next time. And again, another page number. Okay, so once you've finished filling in these 2 pages, you need to go back up to the top, the very first box, and look at the star system. Now, what I've put this in here for is once you've had your visit, you can rate your marina or port that you've been to on a scale of 1 to 5. So you've got a quick reference as to whether it's worth going back to. And if you go back to the index page, you can put your star rating in here, whatever number star you gave it, and again it's a very quick way to look back over where you've been and see if it's worth going back to a particular marina or not. Now, in every single book there are 100 of these double page spreads. Okay, so you've got 100 different marinas or ports that you go to. You might go to the same one more than once, you might go to 100 different places, and you can put them all in the index that we found at the front, so you can go back to them. Okay, so 100 exactly the same double page spreads for you. Now if we go to the back, okay, and after this I've put its blank page on the back, and then fuel log, Beaufort scale and future plans. And again we're keeping the compass design so it goes all the way through the book. Now something that pretty much every boat I've seen needs is fuel. That's whether you're a sailing boat with a tiny little outboard engine up to your motorboats with the 1,000 or few thousand litre fuel tanks. Everyone needs fuel. So on the fuel log we've got the date that you filled up, the engine hours, so how many hours is your engine done, total litres or gallons that you filled up, feel free to cross out whichever you prefer, or write it after each one, how much did it cost, and whereabouts did you fill up. And again we've got 25 spaces on each page, and I've done 2 double spreads of that. And I think it's just nice so you can keep tabs on where you're filling up, how much it costs, where you might see it's better to go somewhere else because it's cheaper. You can work out your miles to the gallon that you can get with your engine. Alright, after this we've got the Beaufort scale. Now I've gone through it, and because I've included the Beaufort scale on all the different pages, I thought it'd be nice to have a bit of a reference to go back to. Because if you're anything like me, you can't remember what they're all like off the top of your head. So we've got Beaufort number, the wind description, wind speed in knots, miles an hour or kilometres an hour, the wave height in metres or feet, what the sea conditions are like, a quick description, and what it's like on land, a quick description as well. So that's just for reference for you. And then 3 of these pages, future plans. Now if you're anything like me, you're going to like planning. I know I certainly do. Where's your next adventure going to be? So I've left 3 blank pages for you to jot down some ideas on what you want to do next. You might be having a conversation with someone over an evening drink and they say something, you like must remember that, and just jot it down at the back so you can refer back to it. And then at the very back, it's our last page. So I hope you've had a fantastic time sailing, visiting new ports and exploring new places. And where you can find the rest of our books if you wanted to buy another one or buy one for a friend maybe. And then we also do a wide range of other books. We've got journals, composition books. There's a massive range. I think I'm up to 161 titles so far. So have a look on our website or search for us on Amazon. So I'll leave you with this. Fair winds and following seas. That is the sailing travel journal that I've designed from scratch. I've been living and travelling on our boat now. She's a 1974 Dufour 34. My partner, myself and my little miniature Jack Russell, having an absolutely fantastic time, and I've designed this because I couldn't find anything else like it. I wanted to record our journey, but I didn't want a logbook and a diary and a travel journal. I wanted all 3 in one, and I thought, do you know what, I'm going to make one myself. So I hope you like all the covers. Tell me down below, what is your favourite one? I'd love to hear. Question for you as well. These are in softback at the moment, paperbacks. What do you think about making them into hardback versions? Is that something you'd be interested in? They would be more expensive, obviously. If you click on the links down below, you can see how much they are at the moment. They're available on Amazon, on .co.uk, .com, the Canadian version and the European versions, so France, Spain, Italy and Germany. They're all available on there. The price varies because of taxes, but if you click on the links below you can find out what it currently is. I'm going to be keeping one of these for me. I haven't decided exactly which one yet. I'm going to go back and fill in what we've done over the past few months, and I'm going to have it for next year as well, next season when we get going again. I've had a request from a sailing magazine to have one for review, so they're going to get 1, maybe 2, depending on how generous I'm feeling. I think I'm going to give one away as a competition prize as well. So if you'd like to win one of these sailing travel journals, I will put the details into a blog post on our website, Red Panda Publishing, and put the link down below for you if you'd like to win one, see what you've got to do to enter. If you'd like to visit redpandapublishing.com, that would be fantastic. Go and see what else we've got. We've got blog posts on there as well, so you can see what we're getting up to. If you're interested in our sailing journey and what we've been up to, I'll put the links down below for you as well. Hope you like them. Let me know what you think of them, what your favourite cover is, and what you think about making them into hardback books as well. Look forward to hearing from you. Bye!